Yes, good morning, students. So today we will start with our next lesson, and the chapter that we are going to continue is soil. So yes, today also we have some very interesting topics on soil. So let's see. Today we'll start our class with a picture, right? So let's see what the picture is. Yes, again. So first you have to identify what you can see in the picture. Okay. Yes, we can see soil. Yes, very good. And the soil is made up of what all things? Yes, you can write your answers in the chat box below. Okay. Yes, I can see some right responses. Like soil is a mixture, right? We just studied in our previous class that soil is a mixture. Okay, what all things this soil having? Yes, it is having pebbles in it. It is having roots, plants in it. Yes, leaves in it. Yes, very good. So today we will study about the different types of soil, right? Okay, so let's move ahead and see some more details. So yes, today we are going to study about the types of soil. So let's see in these pictures. I will again give you 5 to 10 seconds to observe these pictures and then we will move on ahead. So yes, you can, if you find any important point, you can answer in the chat box below. Then we will start a little bit, we will do a discussion, like what we saw in these pictures. Okay, yes, okay, yes, I can see some right responses. Yes, very good. What else? Yes, what else do you see? Okay, very good. So yes, what we see in these pictures, as you all mentioned it correctly, that in the first picture, right? In the first picture, we see desert. And this desert is having which type of soil? Yes, it is sandy soil. Yes, very good. It is sandy soil. And what about the second picture? Okay, yes. What about the second picture? Yes, second picture is also showing the one type of sandy soil, right? Although it is not as similar as to the desert soil, but it is kind of similar. And we can say that it is a sandy soil. So how did you identify, like in both of these pictures, that it is a sandy soil? Yes, any observations from your side? Okay, you can write it in the chat box. Yes. So yes, there are no pebbles, right? And there is no water in it. There is no water and it is very dry, right? Yes, it is very dry. So these are the some of the features of the sandy soil. So yes, what is the first topic now that we are going to study from these pictures? That is the, what it is going to be? The sandy soil. Yes, very good. Okay, so now we will move on ahead. So this is the topic, sandy soil, that we are going to study. So let's see some details about what sandy soil is, okay? Sandy soil is a type of soil, right? It is a type of soil. And what is the main features of sandy soil? Let's see. Sandy soil lacks both water and nutrients, right? As you saw in the first picture, that sandy soil was very dry, right? So it lacks water. But how will you identify that it lacks nutrition? Yes. Any answers from your side? Yes, as it was lacking water, so no plant was growing on it, right? So no plant means no nutrition in soil. That's why not the plants are not growing, right? And let's move ahead. Okay, many plants have a difficult time surviving in this kind of soil. So yes, it is true. So which plants do you see in desert, right? Not every plant as we see in our locality. Not all plants we can see in desert. So which type of plants do you see in desert? Okay, any specific plant? Yes, you all are right. We see the cactus plant in desert, right? And do you see any tree, mango tree in the desert? No, we cannot see the mango trees in desert because it requires a lot more nutrition than the cactus. So yes, because the sand is lacking water and it is lacking nutrients, that's why the trees or the plants, they do not grow on the soil easily. Only which type of plants they grow in the soil? Like the cactus ones, right? So yes, you all answered it correctly. Let's move ahead. Now comes the curiosity question. So where can we find sandy soil? And will plants be able to grow in there? If yes, how? If no, then why? Okay. Where can we find sandy soil in India? Yes. You can take your time and then answer. In which state we can find? Yes, you all are right. In Rajasthan, we find the sandy soil. So will plants be able to grow in it? Yes or no? Yes, you all are giving the right answer. Not all the plants, but some of the plants, right? Only some of the plants grow, not every other plant, right? Because this sandy soil, what it does is it lacks, yes, very good. It lacks water and nutrition. So this is the reason why plants do not grow in this soil. So yes, you all answered it correctly. Coming on to our next main question. The soil is classified on the basis of the proportion of particles of various sizes. So is it true or false according to you? You can write your answers in the chat box. I will give you 5 seconds and then we will discuss the right answers. Okay, I can see the right responses from your side. Yes, very good. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yes, you all are right. The answer here is true. So yes, you all answered it correctly. So now we will move on ahead and see some more details, right? Okay. Let's come to our second topic for today. So before coming to the topic, let's see and identify what we are going to study with the help of pictures. So yes, what can you see in these pictures now? I will give you like 5 to 10 seconds. You can observe these pictures and then you can share your observations. Okay, I can see some right responses. Yes, very good. What else? What else can you see? Okay. Yes, very good. So yes, you all are right. In these pictures, we can see that the soil is kind of dry in first one. And what about the second picture? In that the soil is not dry that much, but yes, we can see that the soil is holding itself quite strongly, right? In both of these pictures, yes. So yeah, the topic that we are going to study now is, okay, still not clear which type of soil we are going to study. Yes, we are going to study about the clay soil. Yes, you all are right. So now we will first move ahead. Let's see one more picture. So yes, what do you think this crop is? Any guesses from your side? Yes, okay, okay. This is the rice crop, like the rice and the wheat that we grow in our field, like it looks like that field or not? So yes, clay soil is also good for the crops, right? So crops also grow on these types of soil. Like in sandy soil, the plants were not growing, right? But in clay soil, they grow. So let's see, we will see what we are going to study now. That is, we are going to study about, let's see what we are going to study about. We are going to study about the clay soil, right? So let's see some features of the clay soil. So yes, one of the features of the clay soil is the soil is rich in organic matter. If it is rich in organic matter, what will happen? Yes, it will be good for the plant growth, right? Yes, so you all answered it correctly. And soil with good capacity to retain water. So this soil, now they are saying that this soil has a very good capacity to retain water, means to hold water in it, right? So that's why this is the reason that this soil is good for growing crops, right? Because if it will hold water, then only the plants will grow, right? If the soil contains water, so yes. And it is good for growing which type of crops? Paddy and wheat. So you have to remember, so clay soil is good for which type of crops? Paddy and wheat. So these were some of the features of the clay soil, right? Okay, so now are you clear with the concept of clay soil and its features? If you have any doubt, you can ask it in the chat box. If not, then we will move on. Okay, I can see that you have no doubt. Good to hear that. Okay, so now we will move on ahead and we will see one of the curiosity questions, right? So coming on to the question, what are the different uses of clay soil and where they are used? Just you have to name like where all you can see this clay soil being used. the different functions the clay soil they play. You can write it in the chat box. I will give you some time and then we will discuss the answer. Okay, yes, very good. I can see some right responses from your side. Okay, yes. Yes, you all are right. The clay soil, we can use it for growing crops like wheat and paddy, as we just saw. And it also, clay soil is also used for making pots, right? The utensils, the soil utensils, clay soil utensils. And we also used to make different craft materials, right? With clay soil. So yes, you all answered it correctly. So now we are coming to our main question for this topic. That is, which crops are grown in clay soil? Paddy, wheat, both 1 and 2, or potato? So you have to answer it now. I will give you 5 seconds and then we will discuss the right answer. Okay, till the time you can write your answers in the chat box. So yes, I can see some right responses. Yes, that means you all were listening. Yes, very good. So yes, you all answered it correctly. The right answer is C, both paddy and wheat. We just studied right now, right? So this is where our second topic ends about the clay soil. Let's see what our third topic is going to be. Okay. Okay. So we will move ahead. So again, there are some pictures and what you can see in this picture, in these pictures, right? And then we will move ahead with our topic. So yes, what you can see in these pictures. Okay, I will give you 5 seconds to observe it and then you have to share your observations, right? Okay, very good. Yes, I can see some right responses from your side. Yes, very good. Yes, what else can you see in these pictures? Yes, you can see that there is some soil. This is the common soil that we usually see in our gardens, right? Okay, and many crops are also growing, right? Crops are also growing. What else? Yes, yes. So did you get any idea from like which soil we are going to study now? Like which, okay. So which soil is good for the crops? Yes, it is the loamy soil. Yes, very good. So which topic now we are going to study? Which type of soil? Yes, we are going to study about the loamy soil. So we will move on ahead and let's see what the second picture has to say. Let's see. Yes, what you can see in this picture, like it is a scenery. Yes, very good. And what are the things that are, which type of plants are growing in this land? Yes, these are usually flowers. So which soil do you think this land has now to grow these many types of plants? Yes, you are right. This land is having the loamy soil. So yes, coming to our third topic for today, that is loamy soil, right? So yes, we are going to study about loamy soil. So now we will see some more details about loamy soil, right? So loamy soil is soil with high draining capacity, right? And can hold plenty of water. So this is one of the reason why so many plants, like so many plants, they grow on this loamy soil. Why? Because it can hold plenty of water. It has high draining capacity, right? And good for growing. It is good for growing what? Lentils, like masoor ki dal. You must have heard, right? And other pulses and cotton. So which all crops grow on the loamy soil are the lentils and pulses and cotton, right? So yes, and what was one of the function of the loamy soil? Teacher, we can say. Yes, it can hold a lot of water, just like the clay soil, but more water. Okay, so it has high draining capacity. So this is one of the important points that you have to remember, right? So now we will move on to our curiosity question for loamy soil. So let's see, what would happen if there is no loamy soil on the earth? You have to keep in mind what it is used for, this loamy soil, and then you have to answer. For this, I will give you some time to think and then we will discuss, right, what the answer will be. Okay, what could happen if there is no loamy soil on the earth? Yes, any answers from your side? Okay, I can see the right responses in the chat box. Yes, very good. Okay, so yes, you all answered it correctly. As loamy soil is so good for plants, So if there is no loamy soil, the plants will not grow. Yes, very good. So let's see some more details. And one more question is there about, so what is loamy soil according to you? Now, you can write your answers in the chat box. Yes, loamy soil is soil which is having high water draining capacity, and which types of crops are growing in it? Yes, lentils, potatoes, and all the other crops, right? Cotton also. So these are the functions of the loamy soil. So now coming to the recapitulation part. So what we studied today, we studied about the different types of soil. And these different types were the sandy soil, the clay soil, and the loamy soil. Yes. Now coming on to the homework part. These are the 3 questions that you have to solve, and then there is an activity, right? So you have to perform this activity and then write your observations in the notebook. Let's see. This is where our lecture or our lesson today ends, right? If you have any doubt regarding whatever we studied today, you have to write it in the chat box. If no, then we will end our class. So I think no one is having any doubt. So yes, it is good to know. So yes, thank you students for attending, and we will meet in our next class. Thank you.